Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Labatt Blue Royale Light. Light Canadian style lager. Not Canadian lager, Canadian style lager. And why is that, you say? Well, because Labatt Blue Royale Light is brewed in New York, in Rochester, at the Genesee Brewery there. Now, it's funny that they say light. 141 calories. That's a light beer? Natural ice, which no one considers a light beer, is 130 calories. So, I don't know. I don't think it's light. 6.1% alcohol. This debuted in 2014. Beer Advocate says, as you would expect, poor, with only 37 ratings. 7 out of 100 are rate beer, but a 76 out of 100 for the style. See what I mean? They don't like the style. American style lager, 32 ratings. So we're only talking about 69 ratings, and there's about, what, 4 videos on YouTube that I haven't even watched yet. I bought this at a liquor store on Woodward Avenue in Detroit, Michigan. And I bought a whole bunch of stuff there, and another store on Grand River Parkway. I guess the inspiration for this beer came from this beer, which debuted in 2012, Bud Light Platinum, 6%, because Anheuser-Busch is owned by InBev, Anheuser-Busch InBev, and Labatt is owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev. But Florida Ice and Farm, the owners of the Rochester Brewing Company, or the Rochester Brewery, North American Breweries, I know it's complicated, they have the exclusive rights to import and distribute or produce Labatt beers in America. So, owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev, produced by Florida Ice and Farm, North American Breweries, Genesee Brewery in Rochester, New York. So it's an American beer with a Canadian flair. Okay. I don't even know if this is sold in Canada. I was trying to look on the Labatt website, and they were very non-specific or unclear about it. I guess I should have, if I'd had time. I could have looked on the LCBO website. Liquor Control Board of Ontario website. That would have cleared it up, I guess. Look at this thick white head, huh? A bubbly, clear, golden appearance, golden straw appearance, but I see a whole lot of sediment. I mean, it's way more than normal. I thought it had a little haziness to it. I mean, this stuff has fine particles roiling about. So it's not the most filtered beer I've ever seen. Let's go with the aroma. Ah, this smells so much like Genesee Ice. Which is what, 5.5? Why does it smell like Genesee? Because it has that kind of sweet and sour, pungent graininess, that distinctive Genesee graininess. Who knows how this was developed? The concept, the packaging, the bottles and cans, the label design, all of that, the promotional material may have been designed by Labatt Brewing under the supervision of InBev. But they might have just told the Rochester Brewery, well, just make the beer however you think it would be good to make it. I don't know that, but it just smells so Genesee-istic. The flavor. It tastes so Genesee-istic. It's got that, this has got to be coming from the Genesee, sort of like yeast strain. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just go get you a can. Go get a 24-ounce can of Genesee Ice and pour it, and then get in the same type glass and get this imported glass. You're going to see the similarities. Sweetness, grain, the sweet and sour, the corn. The mouthfeel is light and watery, and the finish is crisp, clean, refreshing, and dry. I mean, 6.1% alcohol. They may as well call it Labatt malt liquor, which is what it is. It's really not that different than King Cobra malt liquor, let's be honest. But, you know, whatever you want to call it, malt liquor is not even a real name anyway. That's just a made-up name to get around legal regulations, okay, beer regulations. They don't even use the term in Great Britain, Canada, or other Commonwealth countries. They just say extra strong beer, which is the more accurate term, and that's what this is. I don't know what, but light beer, I don't know where that's coming from. Maybe it's because it looks light, you know, it's pale. So I could, somebody who's one of these troublemakers, I could see where they could challenge the company and say, that's not a light beer. And say, this is not truth in advertising. Well, I wouldn't do it because I don't see why a consumer couldn't just look at the can and say, look at these calories. But anyway, decent lacing though, I've got to admit that. So, how would I rate it? Well, I'm not going to give it a 7 out of 100. That's a ridiculous rating. I'm not going to say it's poor because it's enjoyable to drink. It has a little tanginess there. A little malt liquor wing, you know, malt liquor has that little twist to it. Which I don't really know where that's coming from, but they all have that. And, yeah, it's all right. I'd say B+. It's very good. It's not, you know, great or anything, but it's okay. B+, I'm glad I bought it. So, laissez-les bon temps roulé, an enjoyable beer. If you see it, buy it and try it. And if you like malt liquors, you'll probably enjoy it. If you hate malt liquors, you're probably going to hate it. And y'all come on down to Southeastern Louisiana!